Well, I wasn't planning on doing this video, but all things Vanagon, everything just falls apart constantly. Sorry, it's just reality. So my odometer stopped working. The speedometer was working, but the odometer was not. And I'm like, what up? And then a few videos I saw, I don't know, it seemed like their solution was maybe slightly different. Mine, there's this gear. So let's pause for a second. Okay, we're resuming. So let me get down here. So this gear right here was pushed out. All I had to do is push it in. Now it's kind of weird because there's like nothing holding it on there. Just kind of slides. Oh, you can see it right there. The yellowish plastic gear was pushed out this way. So all I did, like I said, is I just took the tool we all have, which is the finger, and I pushed in and it slid in. So that is the problem. And there's the little gear thingy. So yeah, I drove a few miles, probably over 100 miles without this thing working, and finally, like, I gotta keep this thing legit. So I don't know if it's easy just to like clicky to add miles, but interesting. You can see the gears right there. Kind of interesting stuff. Let's see. Well, I don't want to break anything, so I'm gonna just leave those alone. But that does appear to be what goes on. It's pretty scary. I think somebody could just make miles up. So just word of caution, if you buy a Vanagon, you really have no idea, I think, how many miles it really has on it, because people, I think, can easily manipulate this. You just take these screws off, Phillips head. Once you remove this thing, and this thing's pretty easy to disassemble. This is the Go Westy kit, by the way, which has been working well. Yeah, so that's it. I hope this helps somebody. I just don't know. Somebody, if you have any comments, like this thing just, it was firm, but you just kind of slide it back in. And I think just over time, it kind of came out. So if anybody has any tips on the way that works, you could let me know. Great. And yeah, Bob's your uncle. All right, more pain, but that was a really easy fix. Okay, started up the van, and we're gonna see if I really fixed it. It seemed quite obvious that that's the problem, but let's actually give it a shot. So, by the way, I also have a problem with my blinker now for some reason. Just like so freaking typical, but watch. That's gonna work. If it gets stuck, it'll go and then it just gets stuck on. Yeah, there, see? It's just stuck on. I don't know what's going on. So, that's typical, by the way, if you own a Vanagon. But yeah, so now I gotta undo the steering wheel, remove the bolts, go down into the blinker situation, right around there. You can see I've already got this stuff off, the cowling and all that. I think it's called a cowling. It goes for a while and then just, and what's interesting is the hazards work fine. Those will run all day long. So it's definitely something in the steering column blinker thingy. I've had to replace that a couple of times because it's had issues. There we go. Maybe that. We'll get this video here. So I don't know. I gotta see what's going on there. But anywho, so let's do the following. Let's see if I really fixed it. Give this a little test. Make sure everything's connected okay. Okay, we got the speedometer is good. We gotta get the odometer. One thing I don't know why it's called an odometer. I'll have to figure that out. Ooh, the little zero's moving. Oops. Trying to film and do this. Yes, look at that. We're now legal. It's rolling. So it's fixed. That's all it is. Wow, I was really worried. I'm like, oh my God, I got to try to fix something that's that old and it's going to take way too long or too much money. And just the price of a finger, push that little gear in. It's always unnerving to know that the one thing that's keeping that thing going is this little gear that's on this thing, and then there didn't seem, maybe something fell off, but on mine there's nothing there. So that is nice. So at least that's working. The blinker thing, I'm sure, is worst case if I have to buy a new blinker. I think they're like $25 on GoSD. And it's not just the blinker, it's like a module and the blinker switchy thingy. Very technical, I know, but yeah, this is good news. This is, you know, you got to take your, especially when you own a van, you got to take your wins when you can take your wins. And this is one of those moments where you got to celebrate and go, you know what, I'll take it. And another one that's nice is when your tachometer is working, because I've had issues with that in the past too, or when it got glitchy on me for some reason. But nice. Oh man. Well, I hope everybody enjoys your weekend, and just wanted to post this video so you could actually see a little bit more granular some of the little issues that can go on with these things. So temperamental. Tell you what though, engine wise, everything's rock solid. Gas wise, gas line wise, everything's rock solid. So we will be doing some camping here coming up, and yeah, let's see how that rolls. But there you go, we're back home and it's working.